Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Koobzilla, and this will be another StarCraft 2 broadcast. I'm very excited for this cast today because featuring it will be part of the new clan. And by new clan, I mean the new clan. Let's bring up the names. Kaboo! We have Makaveli as the Pink Terran. Up in the top right, maybe 2 o'clock position we have up here, and down in the bottom left 8 o'clock position we have LGStropheum. And LG is going to be the new clan. LG is kind of acquiring AG, which used to be all these other mix of a clan, and we will all be one. One clan with one purpose, to be the best. Haha! It's like Pokemon or something like that. But not quite, because StarCraft 2 is much cooler. I hope that's not blasphemous to any of you Pokemon fans out there. But it is the truth. It is the truth. StarCraft 2 cannot be beat. And so we will see just how these two players react towards each other. I'm not sure if they've played each other before, as Makaveli is coming from AG into LG. And LG is the bigger clan. But let me just tell you a little bit about these players. LG is a top Masters level player. He has about a 1 to 2 win ratio. 1 to 1, 50% win ratio. That's what I'm trying to say. He has like 135 wins and 70 losses or so, and pretty much the same ratio with Makaveli over here in top Masters. So they are both excellent players, and LG holds a special place in my heart because he is playing Zerg. Oh, how I love the Zerg. Something interesting that LG is doing is he's floating his Overlord down here, just kind of near the range of a bunker rush if it happens to come, and his scouting drone will pop up here, see a tech lab going down, see everything that's going on, poke away a few with his little claws. There he goes. Look at him poking away, a little boxer that he is. A little Rocky music needs to start playing right now. And looks like Mach is going to be going for some Reapers. This could be very interesting because on this map, look at this, kaboom, kaboom, they could jump up here and do some very good harassment without even, he doesn't even have to come up this ramp. And so even if this ramp is well guarded, Mach could get in there and do some good harassment if LGStropheum is not careful. But we see for Stropheum, he is getting a spine. Let's see, where is that guy going? Up here. So he saw the tech lab. He probably said, okay, he's probably not going to be throwing down Marauders. He didn't even have a Marine on the field yet. So he figured the Reapers are coming, and I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen right here. Looks like a factory is going to be put down. Probably going to go into the siege tech pretty soon, and LGStropheum is knowing what's going on. He's floating his Overlord up here. His Lings are in position, and we'll see what the Reaper decides to do. Looks like he's just going to be going right through the front door. He needs to be careful of the Spine Crawler, and the bunker is going down. And I think Maka is not going to be able to do much harassment. Maybe get one drone kill? Maybe? No drone kills? Come on. Get one more? Come on, get one. The bunker is gone in an interesting position. These Lings might be able to do some damage. They don't have speed yet, not even any speed on the way. Stropheum is kind of losing his macro. You see nothing is being built or anything over here. He's kind of banking up a lot of minerals. He's probably worried about this. And the SCV is dead. The Reaper is inside. And now all the drones start coming out. He's really not facing too much harassment. These Lings will die if they're not microed, and they do die. Over from Makaveli, we see Hellion is coming out. So this could be, yep, Blue Flame Research. So Mach is going to be sticking with their harassment style play, getting everything he can to kill the drone count, keep the Zerg on his back toes, and it looks like Mach is going to be jumping up here and right into the base. He has to be careful of the Queen, careful for the Lings running by. There come the Lings off of creep. He can kite them away, but on creep it's not going to work so well. But the Queen with her extended arms going to be able to take this Reaper out. Is going to get by. Oh, and then there he goes. But we have 2 Hellions out on the field, 1 more being trained, and pretty soon they will have that Blue Flame upgrade, Infernal Pre-Ignitor. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These Lings will get nice and toasty pretty soon if they're not careful, especially with those 2 in the orange yellow, and there they go. Oh, there they go. I'm curious to see what goes on out of Stropheum, because as a Zerg player, I know that this is pretty lame, you know, having some Blue Flame Hellions kind of march into your base. But this is excellent tactics of getting some spines up, getting queens out, extra queens, to spread creep and also protect, because mostly just because the Blue Flame doesn't really do that much damage to queens or heavy units and stuff like that. Mostly it's just the damage towards drones and Zerglings that will be the major cause of damage. And 1 Hellion goes down, the drones are pulled off the line, Lings kind of hanging out over here, they don't want to get lined up too bad. The queens are being pulled, and excellent micro with blocking the ramp, keeping as minimum damage as possible, at least no damage to your mineral line. But these drones mining the gas will be taken out if he's not careful. The Ling speed has been upgraded. Now, as long as they can get us around, but this is such a bad positioning. Look how many Zerglings went down. Oh, that's horrible. So many Zerglings just flaming up. Oh my gosh. But the queens are keeping the position, and as long as Maka holds this position back here, Stropheum's not going to be able to do any damage. But taking the, I'm all flustered. The Hellions baited out. Now the Thors are out. Rush to the Thors. It seems like something was skipped here, but it's going to be mostly a mech play coming from Makaveli. And we'll see just kind of what goes down for Stropheum. The Spire has been thrown down not too long ago, so it will be taking quite a bit for it to finish, about 60 more in-game seconds. And a little bit of scouting, maybe able to pick these off if they're caught in the... If he gets this good surround, I don't know why he's not surrounding. He had to have seen it, but I guess he's just trying to get as much scouting off as possible. But he missed an amazing chance to be able to take these Hellions out, and now these Lings aren't going to be able to do really much of anything, and his 3rd base will be the spines are still in the front, but he doesn't have any Roaches. If Stropheum would just get out maybe like 5 or 6 Roaches, there would be no more threat of these Blue Flame Hellions. But because he's not, Maka is able to do a lot of damage. That was an excellent surround by LGStropheum over here, and those Hellions were able to take it out. But in the meantime, Maka has expanded, and faster, mind you, than the Zerg player. And in any situation, it is never good for the Zerg player to be behind in bases from anyone. You always want to be one up, unless you're playing a Zerg versus Zerg, but that's not what's happening right now. Let's focus, people. Let's just focus here. So we have a lot of Lings kind of hanging out back here. We might be looking for some running up here, and as the Terran player moves up, the Zerglings will run in and do some damage. But because Maka is turtle up right here with some good siege tanks and you know, pretty much everything that is not good for Lings. Thors, you know, Lings are pretty good against Thors, but just because the damage rate is so slow for a Thor. But Lings just get destroyed by Hellions and destroyed by siege tanks, especially when they're in this many number. But they will be able to get in here and do quite a bit of damage. If he gets in and gets a good surround on these probes, at least one mule goes down, and that is quite a bit of minerals. And Maka is forced to lift up, pull these drones off. Oh no! And all the Zerglings are going to get roasted as Maka scans. Excellent scan micro by Maka, but now in come the Mutas. And let's just keep in mind, that the Hellions do not shoot air. These guys do, but not these guys. So that wasn't a very effective harass, as there was already a missile turret in the base. But in the meantime, our Zerg player is catching up just a little bit. He is pretty behind. He's finally getting his macro hatch, which he desperately needs. He's not able to spin his larva fast enough. Even with the injects, he's not keeping up on his injects as perfectly as possible. But a lot of that was because of that initial Hellion harassment. And some scouting coming down for the Zerg player. It's going to see just what the Terran is up to. Makaveli is just hanging out over here, meching up. We see absolutely no buyout. Where is his barracks even? Where did he float that thing away? Well, the mutas are in the base, able to do some harassment, take out at least one missile turret, delay the barracks from finishing, and saving all the mutas. No mutas went down, I don't think. Let's bring up the income, just see what's kind of going down. Harvester count is pretty much even. 65 to 64, that's pretty good. You probably want to be maxed out on harvesters around like a 70 or 80 mark. You don't want any more than that because you want a big army. And the more harvesters you have, the less army you have. But we see that the 4th base is up for our Zerg player, and this is what he wants. He wants to start macroing up. You see he has a buttload of minerals. Oh my gosh. Where's the macro? Where's the macro? What's he building? Hive tech. He might be getting ready to upgrade to Broodlords. I don't know what he's saving his money for. 17 roaches on the way. Okay, so this is an excellent response to all of these Hellions. No more Zerglings. No more Zergling roast-ups. There's no going to be a Zergling barbecue anymore. Island-style barbecue. And roaches do pretty good damage in mass number against Thors and siege tanks, as long as they don't get super clumped up. When they get super clumped up, it doesn't work out so much, and there is the missing barracks. I thought it was somewhere, and here comes the massive push. He sees it out here. He sees an opportunity to move in. A lot of spine crawlers, not very many roaches, and we see that Maka is completely maxed out. These mutas could get a good shots, but he just flies by, completing a golden opportunity, and I think he's just kind of getting it in place. If he's not careful, these Thors in such mass number can do a huge amount of damage to clumped up mutas. One volley from all those 5 could easily take out that many mutas. We see corruptors on the field, but this isn't being upgraded to a greater spire. These corruptors are absolutely useless. I don't know what's happening. They might just be used for the corruption ability, which isn't like super great. But we'll kind of see what happens. A lot of roaches are out. More being built. Level attacks, one just finished. And the mutas, did you see that, people? They all just went down with basically one volley. Oh my gosh. The muta count is almost gone. Finally, the Greater Spire is being built, and the roaches are coming out in mass number. Look how much gas our Zerg player has. Maka's doing a pretty good job at keeping himself, and there he goes. I swore I made that Greater Spire. Well, sorry dude, you didn't. And now, I don't know what Stropheum's going to do. He has the Terran player stepping on his front base. These spine crawlers are doing absolutely nothing. The Hellions are trying to squeeze by, not quite able to, but pretty soon they will be, as the roaches are massing up, and he's able to get quite a bit of catch up in the supply count. That's just because roaches are so cheap. He's moving in. He might be able to get an excellent surround on these siege tanks, and that would be great. Unsiege, 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 or unburrow! Just do it! Oh my gosh, he scans and he sees the unburrow roaches, but they're able to kill these siege tanks off, and one Thor goes down, another siege tank goes down over here, and all these Hellions are going to be able to go down. Excellent play from Stropheum. He evens out the supply count right then and there. The roaches are able to heal up by burrowing again. There are more siege tanks out here, and his Thors are spaced out just in case the Spire comes, and And Stropheum gave away what was in the cards. He said, I had a Greater Spire coming, and now Makaveli knows what's happening. He spreads out his units, and well, there he clumps them up again. So we'll kind of see what happens. These Broodlords could be the saving grace for our Zerg player. Makaveli's going to have to get the hell out of there, and there he goes. Having to run away from Broodlings is never fun. The little Broodlings snapping away. And as long as these guys don't get clumped up, Makaveli could come in and do quite a bit of damage, but he would be facing to lose a lot of his Thors. The rally point is no good for Maka, losing a siege tank for no good reason, and he better fix that rally point. There he goes. Pulling him back. Fix the rally point. Fix the rally point. There he goes. And now there is no anti-air for our Zerg player. These Vikings are going to do so much damage. Here comes some Infestors, which are very good against Vikings, but there's not a lot of Vikings. Kind of see, I'm not sure if Infestors is the way to go, but who's the Masters level player here? We have Corruptors out on the field. That is the obvious choice if you're going Broodlords, because Corruptors are the next step to Broodlords. We have the Infestors out, ready for fungal growth. Both of them have enough. And our Terran player, what the heck? Mako, what are you doing? This is going to be lifted up, probably going to burn to death unless he starts repairing it, and he's not. Neither one of the players kind of knows what's going on here. There he goes, moving in, no repair going to happen down. There it goes, burning, and kaboom! Oh, so sad, so sad. And 5th base coming up for our Zerg player, Stropheum. Gold expansion, very good, but in the meantime, this is 4th, this is 5th. Maka is the macro intense player. What the heck? How did I not notice this? Oh my gosh, what is going on? If I have ever heard of turtling up, this is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Defensive. These Corruptors are going to go down pretty fast with so much anti-air. And now these Broodlords are not in a good position. Look how many Vikings there are in the field. Some good fungals. I don't know why he's throwing down those. Oh, there goes the epic fungal. And just as they pop, all of these Vikings are going to go down. Never mind. I take it back. The siege tanks were able to help out a lot there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if the Infested Terran was the right choice. Just because it didn't work. I think some chain fungals would have been a little bit better. But we'll just see. It looks like a massive amount of roaches are going to be able to do a lot of damage to this, but they're not focusing down. They're repairing SCVs, and every single one of these roaches is going to go down. Maka warps in a few, and by warp in I mean calls down a few more mules to help repair, and there goes say bye-bye roaches. Stropheum is just letting it be known. I have I have an overlord here. Maybe he's doing it to prevent some missile turrets from being laid down. That's always good. And there's the missile turret in the back. I mean, the missile turret is guarding this burrowed roach as the game moves into the 26-minute mark. A lot of Infestors. I don't know why. You know, Infestors versus siege tanks and Thors, not a good idea. Infestors versus Hellions and Vikings, a great idea. Where are the Broodlords? How many Broodlords are even on the field? 0. What is our Zerg player doing? I see Maka is getting out Banshees. Interesting. I guess since Stropheum's not building any anti-air, he can get away with that. But the flood of roaches moves in. Is Maka going to repair? He is once again. He's not even getting a full surround. Throwing down the Infested Terrans to increase the DPS. This planetary fortress will go down, probably as well as this one. We'll just see how our Terran player chooses to do this. Cloaked Banshees, mid-game, excellent fungal, quick and fast, another chain fungal. These Banshees will go down pretty dang fast. No doubt about that. One more right here. The Infested Terrans have more life on them, and those Banshees are pretty much worthless now because the infestors, so I guess less late game infestors are the way to go. And the Terran player moving out, now he has a Raven to detect any cloaked units, and as well as these creep tumors pushing the Zerg player back. I don't know if Stropheum's going to be able to pull out of this one. He has a lot of roaches, but they're not all in the same spot. These infested Terrans up here doing, I guess, no more damage as they are all a bloody mess. And we see Maka is maxed out once again, and unless Stropheum pulls off another one of his miracle moves, we might see the end of the Zerg player right here. Morphing in some more Broodlords. This is pretty good as long as he can get rid of all these Vikings. So many Vikings on the field. That must be what these infestors are for. Some chain fungals can just absolutely destroy these Vikings because they don't have that much health. The Terran player is moving out. Maka is moving out with his Thors. Going to be able to scan and get the Raven in there to do some damage. And the Broodlords are out. Bringing in the Vikings, has to be careful, doesn't want to clump up his Vikings too much. He just wants to be able to kill off as many Broodlords as possible. Here comes the Vikings, here comes the infestors with the DPS of these, but the protective nature of these siege tanks, the turtling up, prevents any of these infested Terrans from doing any damage. What he needs is a really good fungal. More infested Terrans going down. You can see they're being shelled away at by the siege tanks. And it does keep a good line of defense, anti-air, to keep his Broodlords alive, but he's not doing a very good job at keeping the Broodlords alive. And the energy is slowly dwindling away. We might see another fungal growth go down over here. Might be just trying to any fungal growths from this our Zerg player. I'm not sure what he's doing. There goes one. He spread out his he spread out the Banshees pretty good. And he's just killing off a lot of infestors. This is not looking good for our Stropheum over here. And these guys need to get back into battle. I don't know what the crap they're doing. Get back into battle, please, please. One more chain fungal brings down. We have a lot of bases, not quite mining the gas. Although he has so many minerals, so much gas. What are you spending it on? Do you have larva? So much larva. So much larva, so much energy at 200 level, 200 energy queen, never good. We need to be using our energy as much as we can. Here comes the fungals, come on, I want to see fungals. Oh, excuse me. Need to take a drink of water. 32-minute game. Getting kind of an itchy throat. And now we kind of see a little stalemate. I'm not sure what's going to be happening. The infestor is trying to build up as much energy as possible. There he goes. He just used all of his. There he goes. He's building upgrading his units to level 3. A lot of roaches coming out, trying to get his infestor. Is going to be some mass. There we go. There we go. Bring it down. Bring it down. Not able to do a lot of damage, not even some friendly damage, not even able to kill one siege tank. I just don't know about this this infested Terran play. This Broodlord is definitely going to go down. And there he goes. That was kind of a weird animation, just kind of like a poof into gas. I didn't know that's what Broodlords are made of. Gassy Broodlords. And there's kind of a lot of roaches just floating around the map. I kind of wish he would bring them back and to do something. He has a lot of units, but they're not in the same spot. This is where the action is, man. Bring him down here, destroy some of this. Ghosts are on the field, gonna definitely get some EMPs and possibly some snipes. I don't hear any snipes. I didn't see any EMP. Oh, I did see an EMP. There is no energy on those, left on those, so that's what the ghosts were for. We might be able to see some snipes because I think there's some more ghosts on the field. Here's some more hanging out over here, and these corruptors are doing absolutely nothing. No good, no good. These roaches are not happy either. This Raven is detecting them all. Here comes the... Oh, and they cloaked to get away. Well, we saw some snipes. You hear every single one of those. Boo, boo, boo. Those are the snipes. They do a lot of damage. I think it's about 50 damage. And so, what is that? Maybe 6 or 7 snipes would take out a Broodlord. Is it 50? How much is a snipe? 45 damage, almost 50. So I think it's about 6 or 7 if I'm doing my math right, which I'm just doing it in the top of my head right now, and so it's not probably very right. But this is a slow stalemate sort of a game. Neither player wants to move out, do much. The infested Terrans, get a new plan, man. Get a new plan. Not a lot going on. These Thors are vulnerable, but I don't know what's happening. I mean, is everyone mined out? Like, he has all these, this is mined out, so basically 2 bases are completely mined out. He is mining off 1, 2, 3. Talk about oversaturation. Holy moly. Holy moly. Pull about 10 or 12 drones off of there, and you could still be oversaturated. Ling's running in to pick off a Ghost Academy. I'm not sure if I agree with that choice. But I guess he's just getting as much damage done as possible. And now our Terran player chooses to move in. I definitely agree with this. Roach is out of position. Ling's out of position. Where is the defending army? This versus this? Not looking so good as our Terran player moves in. Everything's going to go down. Kill all the things. And here it goes. That brood, that Overlord just dies pretty dang quick, as well as that one. It doesn't really matter because he has enough Overlords to spare. But where are all the units? They're clumping up back down here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do anything. The Banshee is out, scanning everything. Look at all of these siege tanks just ready to do their damage. Killing off the gas that's already been used up. And now our Terran player is in a commanding position. The supply count is favoring our Zerg player, but not for long as we see it dying down. Where is this going down? I saw some dropping here. I think a lot of... Oh! Come on! Come on! Come on! Do it! Do it! Do it! I don't want to miss it. I want to see the fungal. I want to see the fungal. We'll kind of keep up here. If they stop, there's a fungal. If not, okay. They're just moving. They're following their way up here as the Zerg base is just getting absolutely demolished. Not that he was using his larvae anyways. 200. Oh my gosh. So many larvae. So much. So much. Use it. Use it. Oh, this is painful. But look at all these. Finally he used the... and where'd they go? Just back here? Oh, where are they? Oh, here they come. Finally, the infested Terrans did what Stropheum wanted them to do, is take out a base as they all bloody mess, pile of meat pudding, and all of the tech structure going to be going down. He is rebuilding a spire as well as a layer. Oh, not looking too good. He has all of the upgrades though. There's no more upgrades to be had. As for our Terran player, same thing. Fully upgraded armies. Never good. Well, it's always good. Always good, unless you're the going up a fully upgraded army. So these roaches, fully upgraded. I don't know why they're not moving in. I mean, he's kind of going on for a base trade, but he's not base trading. He's just kind of letting it happen, laying back and accepting his fate. Now he has 2 bases. A spire about to be formed, some brood lords not doing anything, and so many resources not using the larva. What's he doing? What's he waiting for? I just have no idea. Look how much he has. He's not building anything. No one is. Well, Maka doesn't have that much. And he wants to cheat a little bit. Let me tell you right now, you can't hear my voice, but he has no Vikings. Does he? No Oh, he has 4 Vikings. And once again, Stropheum showing the cards. What does Maka do? He responds by building more Vikings. Use the Brood Lords! Come on! This is frustrating. I want to see stuff happen, but nothing is happening. And now he moves in when the Vikings are in place. But at least the siege tanks are going down. They're blasting friendly fire on themselves. Able to kill a lot of Thors. Look at all those Thors going down pretty dang quick. Oh my gosh, I hear snipes. Where are they going? They're going right here. And all the broodlords are dead. But the move in with these burrowed roaches. Maka, I don't know how you lost this game. I don't know how you lost this game. In every aspect, you should have won a long time ago. But Stropheum is the master of the comeback. I am giving you that title right now. You are forever the comeback king. Because you came back from like half supply to beat Maka once, twice, 3 times. And it's twice as it has been with burrowed roaches. Oh my gosh, that's why Maka had the Raven, but the Raven is gone. And now, what is he going to do now? Don't let Maka come back. Please. Please don't let Maka come back. As this command center goes down, I don't know what is going on. Lulls are had everywhere. Oh my gosh. Maka wants a re. I'm not casting it, man. I am starving. I told my wife, yeah, don't worry. It's going to be like a 10 or 15 minute game. Everybody look over here. And Maka GG's. Thank you so much for watching. If you stay tuned for the entire cast, you are a saint. You are a saint. This was a pretty exciting game. There was some lulls in the middle. And my voice, I don't know where it's going to be. I think it's going to be taking a vacation. It's going to be gone pretty soon. But it was a good game. I had fun casting it. I had fun watching it. Thank you, Stropheum and Makaveli, for letting me cast it and for playing. This has been Coopzilla signing out. GG. I guess the voice isn't that gone if I could still pull off that note. Yeah, GG.